Hey guys, what is going on? This is Pantsar Dragon, and today we'll be doing a little video on the top 5 best junglers for patch 6.13. Last time we did this was in patch 6.11, and a few things have changed and emerged. Also, this video will be sponsored by Pro Guides. Check them out for all your ranking needs. There will be a link in the description below. Anyways, with all that being said, let's get started. Alright, so coming at number 5 is going to be Olaf, which can also be said as an honorable mention, but there's many reasons why he's coming back into the meta, and one of those reasons is that Ghost has been buffed recently, and since Olaf is a prime user of Ghost, and with the summoner spell being lowered, he can all-in opponents, and he can definitely have more all-in ganks for sure. The second reason is that Cinderhawk was buffed, so he likes that item, and also his last buff was in 6.8, where they buffed his lifesteal on his W by 5% at level 1, and his ultimate's armor and matrixes has been buffed by 10 on each level. So basically he's been getting a lot of indirect buffs and it's really helping him, and he's definitely coming back into play. I don't use him too much because he's a little skill shot reliant, so I tend to avoid him, but I know a lot of other players are using him at the moment. Now here's the build for him. The item build can definitely be swapped around for other things, but this is just going to be a little standard recommended build. Next up is going to be Gragas. So he's been in the meta for quite a bit, ever since Runic Echoes was an OP item, and now even Cinderhawk is kinda good with him too, but I think he does prefer Runic Echoes still. I am not the one who uses him, but I know a lot of other players do. Why don't they use him, you may ask? Well, it's because, I don't like his combos. Sometimes you can fuck up with the ultimate, and sometimes you gotta do the body slam flash trick. I don't know, there's a lot of skill involved with playing him. But probably in the top 5, not in my top 5, but generally for other players. Now here is the recommended build for him. If you want to go Cinderhawk, that's fine with me. Just don't get a Cinderhawk on top of it. Next up is going to be one of my personal favorites, Elise. So, Runic Echoes is still strong with her, nothing's really changed. Can also carry if she goes Riley's Crystal Scepter, and is definitely really strong at the moment, at least in my opinion. Until she gets nerfed or somehow indirectly gets nerfed, you probably won't see her off the top 5 for a while. Anyways, here is a recommended build for her. Looking at this picture actually reminded me to build Guardian Angel, so I'll actually do that. Next up, coming at number 2 is going to be Rek'Sai. So Rek'Sai is definitely one of the champions that a lot of high elo players like to use, just because she is so tanky, has a lot of early game pressure, and can definitely carry games because of her mobility around the map. Like for me personally, it's either her or Elise that I pick if the number 1 jungler in this video is not banned. And I usually pick her if we need some AD plus a tank. If we need some AP damage, then I pick Elise. But generally a lot of people prefer Rek'Sai over Elise just because she's, that good. Anyways, here's the recommended build for her. If you guys want to go Titanic Hydra, you can do so, but that's when you kind of want to carry, and also Titanic Hydra did get nerfed, so it's kind of risky. And finally, coming at number 1 is going to be Hecarim. Interestingly enough, that this champion I said earlier was a sleeper OP jungler and is now all of a sudden ban worthy and definitely first pick worthy. Ever since the buff with Cinderhawk and giving his Q 100% damage to monsters, his clears are really good. Plus he also has received a few buffs in the recent patches, and also Ghost has been buffed, so that means more Ghost ganks for him, more damage, etc. Indirect buffs and also buffs. This champion can also really get going after he gets 1 kill and just snowball out of control. Some people have been playing him in the top lane, but I recommend playing him in the jungle because he's just that much better. I definitely think his spot is deserved in the jungle, and screw top lane. Anyways, here's the recommended build for him. You don't have to go Dead Man's Plate, you can go another armor item, but I usually go Randuin's for armor, but if you want, you can get something like a Frozen Heart for the 40% CDR. But yeah, first pick him if he's on your team, try and get him, he is just a monster right now. Now next up we're going to be talking about some honorable mentions, and first up is going to be Kha'Zix. So Kha'Zix is a champion who has been getting a lot of buffs for some reason, and Riot wants him to be more in the meta, and now he kind of is. You can definitely see people like Diamond 1 Kha'Zix being super high in Challenger, so if that means anything that a one-trick pony can do this, well, it means, the champion's pretty good. He can definitely carry games and pick off people in team fights or go for his own picks, and he is just very versatile and sneaky as fuck. Anyways, here's the recommended build for him. I copied this off Diamond 1 Kha'Zix, except the item build, it's a little different, but he also goes different items every game. So I don't really know what the true build is. Next up is going to be Graves, but I don't know, ever since they changed how crit works with him, and also the nerf to his AD ratio on his auto attacks, I don't really like it too much. So I know a lot of other junglers play him still, but to me, he's not, I don't know. I feel like there's better champions. Anyways, here's a recommended build. Nothing too special. You can probably exchange the boots for something, but yeah, that's about it for Graves. Anyways, next up we're going to be talking about Zac. Zac is a champion who should be meta because he's tanky and actually really tanky, and also does quite a bit of damage, but I don't think he has the potential to carry a game. He needs to rely on his teammates to carry a game. Sounds like the perfect champion for me. But I've seen a lot of players play him, and he definitely seems pretty strong for, like, you know, doing the elastic slingshot initiation and just being annoying, but I would definitely say he is viable, and if you like this champion, you should play him. But if you want to be more of a meta whore, be a meta whore. Now here is the recommended build for him. Now we're going to be doing a segment where you guys ask questions from my last jungle tier list, and first up, Arachnid Aluad asks, what about Rengar and Lee Sin? First of all, Rengar is good if you know how to play him. Second of all, Lee Sin is good if you know how to play him, but if you're low elo, I do not recommend playing him unless you have a really good win rate. Next up, Aegis Darnaris asks, what about Bard jungle? Hey man, you know, when he came out on the PPE and I was like, ooh, what a new champ, I tried him in jungle, he sucked ass. Next up, Sued PR asks, how about Evelynn? She's pretty good, she needs to snowball because her build should be more reliant on basically going full AP and nuking the shit out of people and just getting picks around the map. But I do not recommend her unless you're like really good and want to carry. Anyways, that's about it for the questions today. If you guys want me to talk about something, leave a comment below on, you know, anything jungle related, and I'll get back to you on the next jungle tier list. Anyways, if you guys did like this video, make sure to leave a like, and if you didn't, make sure to subscribe. Anyways, I am Panzer Dragon, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, I'm out.